Morning guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would film a what we eat in a day video. I get asked to do these videos quite often, and obviously because we're like homeschooling the kids now, I think more and more of you are even more curious as to what people are feeding their kids and how they can control the constant snacking that their kids always seem to want to do. So I thought I'd film this video today to hopefully help out, maybe give you a bit of meal inspiration and what you can do for snacks. So I actually don't have loads in my cupboards and fridge, so today's going to be a little bit experimental. I have got a dinner. I'm doing like a salmon teriyaki noodle dish for dinner, but for lunch I have no idea what I'm going to make, so I'm just going to kind of like go into the cupboards later and see what I can find. I also thought I'd just take you through our day-to-day and show you what we get up to. The boys currently are outside with Chris. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. They're outside having their PE lesson, so they go from 8 to 9, not every day because sometimes they do Joe Wicks as well, but today they wanted to do a tennis lesson, so 8 till 9 they're having a tennis lesson. We haven't had our breakfast yet, so at 9 we're going to have a break and have our breakfast, so like they've almost started school an hour earlier. And then what I'm going to do at 8:30 is I always do like a 10-minute Instagram live where I do a little workout. They're actually really hard, so I know it's just 10 minutes, but if you haven't like joined in or watched them, definitely go and follow me over on Instagram because they're really good. And I'm not like someone who's massively into exercise, but I'm really enjoying it. I do it Monday to Friday, 8:30, and it's just like 10 minutes of your life, and honestly my body definitely feels so much better for it. I'm quite impressed myself because I don't normally last doing things for that long. I've just recently got into netball, but everything, like all the classes have just shut down, and I was really gutted because I love doing that. But anyway, I'm gonna now take you through what we do today and what we eat as well. Right, so I'm really bad at drinking water unless it's boiling hot outside. So what I drink throughout the day is hot water. So this is my first hot water of the day. I usually have it as soon as I wake up, but I totally forgot this morning. So when I was doing my workout, I was really thirsty. So the boys are still doing their PE lesson outside, and what I always try and do for breakfast is give them like a really substantial and filling breakfast so they don't just keep saying they're hungry throughout the day. So I am making porridge for all 4 of us. So I've got a big bowl like this. This is how much I kind of measure out to make sure, because I'm really bad at knowing how much we should each have. So I just fill this with like dried porridge oats, and this is enough for all 4 of us to have like a bowl because we all find porridge really filling. And then what I do is I have it on the go here, so it's just bubbling away, but I make mine with half almond milk and half water. And then I put a little bit of cinnamon in there as well. So I just let it cook away for quite a long time so that the oats go really nice and soft. And then we have got into serving it like with chopped banana on top, some frozen fruits. So I've got some frozen raspberries here, a little bit of honey and some peanut butter as well, and the boys absolutely love it, don't you? And now every morning whenever it's breakfast time they always ask for this porridge, and it is really delicious and so filling as well. Look at that brekkie. That is a good brekkie. We've got a yummy oat coffee, and then look at that porridge bowl. Right, been working for an hour now, and the boys were getting a little bit like tired mentally and a little bit peckish, shock. So we have just eaten a mango. We've shared it between us. The boys always get the biggest bit, so I cut like each side of the mango off, and then I make it into like a cut into the mango, and then you can push the bottom up, and then it is really easy to eat. So we've all just shared a mango. I had the pit, the boys had the sides each, and then Chris had the little slither sides. I'm not sure why you guys get more than we do. So we have now, it's 11 o'clock now, and we've just found this thing on YouTube. It's like live experiments with Maddie Mo. I'm sure loads of you have heard of them before, but every single day at 11 o'clock she does these experiments. So we decided we're going to watch this for the very first time today. This is a volcano one, I think, today. So yeah, really excited to see this. And then in about an hour's time I think we're going to stop again for lunch. Right, it's 12 o'clock now and it's lunchtime. So Chris is on lunch duty. He is making us all some wraps. So I thought I'd just show you what we're going to have in the wraps and what we're going to have on the side. We'll all also have some water and probably go outside. It's such a nice day. We'll probably go outside and eat out there. To try and just get away from school for a little bit. Right, so here we have made up some tuna and mayo and some, what's this called? cucumber, that's it, some cucumber. And then we've got some wraps here. So we've just put a layer on there, and then we've added some rocket on here as well. And then on the side, we're going to have a packet of these baked crisps each. So we've got sea salt or cheese and onion or salt and vinegar. So the boys are just going to come and choose which one they fancy. Right, so here is my wrap. And then I have chosen, I'm just going to fold it over so it doesn't fall apart. I have chosen some salt and vinegar crisps. Right, we've just finished our lunch. That was so nice. Those wraps were delicious. And I feel like so much better after having a bit of salad and like some fish. We're having like a double fish day today because we're having salmon later. We've just had tuna, obviously. So the boys are, come here Jess, just going to show them what you're having. The boys are allowed one treat a day. So Jamie's decided to have his now after lunch. So I got these yogurts. They're like a, it's like a
chocolate mousse.
Chocolate mousse, that's it. Open it up so I can show them inside. From Waitrose, you get 6 for £1 and they're really, really delicious. They just come in a little pot size like that. So it's like the perfect kind of dessert amount. Oh, that's so delicious. Take a spoonful. Let me see. Oh, he's savouring it by taking the smallest spoonful ever. Robbie's always completely different to Jamie. He wants to save his treat until the last minute, so he always has his treat after dinner. Chris is going to take the boys for a geography lesson now. So, well, when I say he's not going to take them out of the house, he's just going to take them in the house for geography lesson so I can get on with some work. I'm planning on doing a cooking video. My Sunday recipe video is going to be 7, like, food prep, 7 meals in an hour. So that's what I'm just sort of like getting my shopping list together so I can go shopping and get everything I need so I can film that video for you guys. So if you like that kind of thing, subscribe because that will be coming at 7 AM this Sunday. Nice? That's delightful. You're gross. Right, the school day is officially over. Thank the Lord. Like, honestly, can't handle it. Anyway, I'm a bit peckish now. It's 2:30. I feel a little bit peckish. The thing is, I think I've stretched my stomach over the last like 2 weeks of the Easter holidays. And now I'm feeling a bit peckish, but I don't want the boys to know because they all want something too. So I'm just looking to see what we've got. I'm really trying not to eat sugar because I was talking to my sister the other day and I keep getting like little spots all around here, and she said to me maybe try and cut out sugar of your diet for a little while because it will hopefully help. So we'll see, but I don't want to eat. Maybe I'll have an apple with peanut butter. Oh no, they don't look that good, those apples. I'm going to look for something and then I'm going to come back to you and tell you what I've decided on. I've got a bit of cheese. Sugar's probably better than this. Loads of fat in this, but I'm just gonna have that and hopefully it'll tide me over. It's quite thin, so I'll maybe just make dinner early, like at 5 o'clock. So I've got an hour, 2.5 hours to wait, and then I'll be able to eat my dinner. So hopefully this small morsel of cheese will keep me satisfied until then. Right, the boys have just had a Skype chat with their friends and now they've come and saying they're hungry. So we have these like Belvita bars. You get 3 little kind of, these like breakfast cookies, I think. You get 3 in a pack, so they're sharing. You've got 1.5 each, haven't you? We're gonna take Lulu for a little walk now, and then when we get home, I'm going to start dinner because I am still really, really hungry. It's the trouble when you're just at home all day, like constantly just going to the fridge and searching for something else to eat. So yeah, we'll go on a walk and then I'm going to take you through step by step how I make this dinner. Right, we just got back from the walk. It was so windy over there, hence my lovely looking hair. So for dinner we are, like I told you earlier, we're going to be having salmon teriyaki. I really can't wait. I'm so hungry for this meal. Like, I've just been craving, since it's been Easter, I've been eating so badly. I've been really craving like some fresh, healthy food, and I've been so excited to make this all day. It's 4:30 and I'm making it already. That's how excited I am. So I'm going to show you the ingredients I need for this meal now, and I'm also then going to show you how I make my teriyaki sauce. You can buy your own teriyaki sauce, but I feel like it's easy to make it at home if you have all the right ingredients. But I'll show you, and I'll write everything down in my description box as well, what you need and the quantity, so that if you want to make this at home you can. Right, so for the main bit of the food, I've got like a half side of salmon here. I know this is a lot, but I feel like I really need lots of nice healthy stuff at the moment after Easter, and this is like, I just want loads and loads of salmon, and if there's any left over I can always keep it in the fridge for tomorrow lunch. I've got these fine egg noodles, so I'm probably again going to cook up the whole pack of this, because if they are leftovers, which there probably will be, then I can, like, there'll be enough noodles as well. I'm going to use 200 ml of veggie stock, and then I've also got this coconut cream. You can use coconut milk if that's what you've got. Just use like half a tin, because as you can see this is quite a small one, because it's not meant to be like a really saucy dish. This is just, I just like it with some coating of sauce. That's why we're going to be adding these two things as well. I forgot to get these up, but I've also got some frozen broccoli florets. So I did try and buy some fresh broccoli from the shops, but they just didn't have any, so I got these frozen ones instead, and there's loads in here, and I think it was like pretty much the same price as to buy like one whole broccoli head. So I'll be using maybe about a quarter of this packet in here as well, and I'll probably just pop these into my water when I go and cook my noodles. I'll just probably put the broccoli in a couple of minutes after those have gone in. Right, so to make the teriyaki sauce, I'm going to blitz up this little container here. So I've got quite a big nub of ginger in there. I've got some garlic, that's from 3 garlic cloves, and I've also got a little bit of chilli here as well. So I'm just going to blitz those up in here, and then I'm going to make everything in this bowl here. So at the moment I've got 1 heaped tablespoon of brown sugar, I've got 1 teaspoon of heaped teaspoon of corn flour, and then I'm also going to be adding in some soy sauce and a little drop of apple cider vinegar as well. So now that my teriyaki sauce has been made up, there it is, looking lovely, and it smells, it just smells amazing. I've got some water on to bring it up to the boil now, so that I can cook my fine egg noodles, and then I'll just add in my broccoli florets to cook in just a couple of minutes after I put in my noodles, because they do cook quite quickly. When it comes to cooking my salmon, I'm just going to pan fry it. I pan fry it skin down for quite a long time, so the skin gets really, really nice and crispy. I'm one of those people who eats the skin on fish, but it has to be crispy. I just think the skin is one of the best parts of it. So I will fry that skin down for quite a while first of all, to get that really nice and crispy, and then I'll turn it over and cook it on the front side, the flesh side. And once that's very nearly cooked, I will just remove it from the pan, and then I'll add in my teriyaki sauce along with this little can of coconut cream and 200 ml of vegetable stock. I'll just let that kind of like bubble away for a little bit to kind of reduce down, to make it nice and kind of sticky, but still having some sauce to it. I'll then add my salmon back into the pan, and then all that's left to do is drain off my noodles and serve up. How was dinner, guys?
Yummy.
Look at Chris's hair. Turn to the side.
What's going on with my hair?
Your hair looks like you've been electrocuted. Who thinks Chris should let me cut his hair?
Absolutely not.
He asked me to show everyone.
Thinks Chris should let me cut his hair?
I'm growing anyway, so it's actually a good time.
Oh, are you?
This whole thing.
Look, clean plates everywhere. Well, apart from mine actually, but that's because I actually gave myself so much.
Let's just finish that. Let's just
All right, you dustbins.
I'm a gangster.
I didn't really want to have any sugar today, but really fancy something after dinner. I got to 6:30 and dinner was at 5, so I managed to do an hour and a half staying away from the fridge, and then Rory had one of these and they just looked really good, so I just thought I'd have one too. So much for no sugar today. I just can't seem to do it. I cannot go a day without having a treat. So I'll have this now. One treat a day is okay, right? Like, I'll have this now, and then later I'll just have a hot water when we watch something on telly, and I'll feel completely satisfied. Right, I've had my shower and I'm all ready for bed now. So I've got myself another hot water, and then Chris has just made himself. Show me? Let me show them. So he's just got some Greek yogurt, and then he's got some of his protein powder in here as well.
And honey.
And honey.
It's vanilla protein.
Vanilla protein, I'm just gonna... He didn't offer to make me any.
You had a treat earlier, so that's why I didn't.
Is this a treat though, or is it healthy?
It's healthy. I've been healthy.
That's really nice.
Unlucky.
I'm gonna have that tomorrow night.
No, it's my bread.
So we are about to start our quiz in 4 minutes time. So I'm going to end this video here. The boys are just going to say hi because it's with my sister, my brother, and my mum and dad, this quiz. So the boys are going to say hi.
Maybe our cousins will be awake.
Yeah, maybe they'll still be awake.
And we can say hi to them.
This is Jamie's new book, 365 Days of Creativity. So basically
It's in a different language.
Yeah, it is. It's in Dutch. So we have to work it out every day what it's saying.
Dutch.
In Dutch.
Okay.
Don't do it with a pen though, do it with a pencil, in case you need to rub something out.
Write the fruit in the bowl.
Not write it, draw the fruit in the bowl. I'm going to say good night and goodbye for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is basically our typical day of eating. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon.
Bye!